Okay, hi everyone, welcome to How to Illustrator with Redesigns. Today we're going to be doing something very sharp and very quickly. We're going to be using shadows, and I will show you some of my techniques that I use to create realistic shadows. Let's get into it. First of all, let's have an image like this, and I'm going to show you there are two different ways you can apply shadows in Illustrator, and I will show you one of my favorites that I actually use, and it's the best way you can tweak your own shadows. I think there should be other ways, but the two are just the most common and they will serve you as much as they can. So let's get into it. That first method is too flexible. Let's just get into it. Let me show you how it goes. Now, if you go to effect and you go to style and you see drop shadow. Once you click on drop shadow, it automatically adds a drop shadow to your image or any of your objects that you, or any object you have. Now notice something. It's adding the shadow based on the shape of the object or the element on your canvas. Now all you can actually do is to move it through its X offset or the Y offset, which is not more very reliable most times, and it's not flexible. You just adjust the blur, X offset, and opacity, and the Y offset. It's not that reliable. So let me show you how it actually works. If you let's go overboard, let's make it 100, and let's make here 200. Now you could see how it looks. Sometimes it might work when you have the image from the top view. Most times when images are taken from top view, to apply this shadow, it's a very short one and it will serve you much better. But in cases where the angle is tilted, you can't tweak that most times. So let me show you one of the ways I used to create my own shadows. Now you go to your shape tool, you click on the ellipse tool based on the shape of your image or the object. You click and drag. Now in this case, I can see it's tilted and I want the shadow to be tilted. I create an ellipse tool like this, scale it up, and let me make the color black. That's the fill. I can send it behind using the control coily bracket, open coily bracket. Now then I can tweak to how I want it to look like. Good. I don't want too much drama or any other kind of look, so I will go with this, and I think this is okay for me. Now I could come here and reduce your opacity, or if you want to go to your transparency, your appearance rather, and you can reduce the opacity from it. If you can't find your appearance, you go to Windows, you see appearance, and you click on it. Now your appearance, and you can reduce the opacity if you want. Now the shadow is looking good, but I think there's something that can be done. First of all, let me lock the shape or lock the image instead. Now click on it and I come to effects, which you can find effect at the top here. Effects, then you go to blur, you go to Gaussian blur, and this is where the magic of your shadow happens. You can tweak to show how intense the light is. It could be a soft light, it could be a hard light. Hard light creates edgy and sharp shadows, and soft light creates more soft and nice shadows. So you could tweak the shadows depending on how you want the light to be perceived. In this case, if you go so overboard, you could see that the shape is pixelated. It will be pixelated and will be in a rectangular shape, or in a box shape instead. So we don't want that. So we put it reasonably at a value that we can get a nice shadow, which I think this is okay for me. Let's go with this. Now you could see how it looks. Now let's go and show you the difference between both the shadows. We unlock it. We'll drag this here. This is the one we just created. Let's group them. Let's compare. Add the stylus, drop shadow, and this is how. Let's not be partial. Let's add it like this. So this is the difference, and you can see that there is great difference, and this looks more realistic, and this is just there and round. So thank you for watching today's tutorial. This is the end of the tutorial. We'll see you tomorrow for another wonderful time. Thank you.